Yo, welcome back to more ReZero Season 2 Episode 10. So last time, the way it ended is such like a ridiculous cliffhanger because it's like we see Satella like manifesting. Somehow Amelia's missing. So it's possible that it's somehow conditions were met for her vessel to be used to revive her to this extent because where'd she go? She was supposed to be there. Granted, it could have been a situation where like Subaru returned from the tea party and more time has passed. It wasn't necessarily the moment where before he went there, because she was there before he went to the tea party. Then when he came back, she was gone. So we really don't know what was happening. It could be time passing. It could just be something else we don't know. But Satella was there. She came up to him, just telling him over and over that she loves him. We got that Satella ASMR, and Garfield comes out of nowhere, saving Subaru. In the meantime, you have this like black just mud like flooding everywhere. It'd be black serpent venom. I don't know, but it has to do with her. She's just going around, and Subaru guessed that she's heading to the mansion. It's tough to like guess why. I mean, as far as like who's at the mansion, like putting aside something like the location itself being significant, who's there right now that we know of is like the only one I can think of importance possibly is Beatrice, just because her having that, you know, version of the Tome of Wisdom and this kind of grander role that's kind of like kind of unclear right now, because we know her past association with the cult. Apparently, I mean, she at least knew Betelgeuse, but you know, her having the tome and you know, Roswell's message, you know, telling Subaru to go tell her like, you know, I am that person. It's like, I suppose that would make sense considering she has read about Subaru within her tome, and he's kind of part of the future events that are unfolding here. We continue the tea party with the Echidna, like learning a couple things about return by death, and kind of this idea that, you know, the way she phrased it, as long as Satella's delusion continues, so too can his ability. Like, it's kind of rooted within her delusion. That's the way like Echidna phrased it. But they also kind of like, she kind of also mentioned the possibility of like a true death. I mean, as it stands, like the ability itself has no limits, because I remember when she dropped that and then the title card dropped. So that was I don't know, it was a great conversation. You know, we got a couple things there, and you know, questioning like why keep him alive, why grant him this power, considering she seems to be manifested in some aspect now. Could be that in this life he's fulfilled that role. The question is, if she truly is revived to a certain extent here for whatever reason, would return by death continue to work? Like, what constitutes Satella's delusion? Like, it's a very like unclear term to what's actually going on as far as like understanding what that means. So we're just gonna have to see. But yeah, that was great, you know, meeting a few of the witches, you know, the other witches besides Echidna and Satella. Witch of Pride, Typhon, terrifying, made Subaru crumble. Like, oh, you view yourself as a sinner, so you, like, even outside of her judgment, because he saw himself that way, damn. So he just crumbled. Minerva came out of nowhere and just punched him back to health, back to his whole self. You know, Witch of Wrath, which is a funny thing. She's like this chuny magical girl thing going on, but because you can kind of see the wrathful aspect. She's very violent and aggressive about what she's doing, but she's healing, so it's like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. We met Daphne finally, because you know, the other two just kind of jumped in once Echidna made room for Subaru to have the conversation with Daphne, which was about the bunnies, you know, how to beat them. We learned they're one of the 3 great mob beasts, along with the white whale as well as the black serpent, and you know, trying to kind of get advice like how to deal with that. Essentially, you need like a really big attack. Like, you don't necessarily have to catch all of them in the blast, but whatever it is, like killing them individually, it's just not, because each one can infinitely like split itself or reproduce. Like, it's very, very insane. Like, just like, and then like exploring like that in the okay, we'll get to that. So that, and also they're attracted to high quantities of mana, so if you create a source like that, they'll be drawn to it naturally. But it was interesting like hearing Daphne talk about them in the context of gluttony, because that's an interesting thing, like Daphne creating them and what that means to who she is and how she views gluttony and hunger, like true hunger, and like the way she was talking about that to Subaru. It was very like scary and very creepy, but it was cool, like tying that thematically. Just this idea that here are these infinite numbers of bunnies. Like, yeah, you can hunt them, but they're gonna hunt you back. And yeah, it's a cool, very cool thing, like for her as a character to talk about. I really like that. So that was pretty dope. And then I guess you know, Echidna made this deal with Subaru as far as like him retaining the memory of their meeting, which is very important because you gets to remember her and also what they talk about. Like, it won't become a hazy memory. But to do that, he had to give the handkerchief that Petra gave to him that he promised to bring back. We know that she also tied a matching one for her. Echidna took it, kind of, she implied, like, due to its like sentimentality, that she talked about like meddling and kind of, I don't know, it's a very like witchy deal to make. I just don't know necessarily how that's an equivalent exchange for her. Again, I don't necessarily think she'd go out of her way to like fuck over Subaru and what he's doing, but I don't know, given everything that's happening right now, I just it's hard to like make heads or tails of anything. So I don't know, I'm kind of tired of talking, but what I want to do is I want to shout out some comments. So Dank on Patreon, so like, yeah, talking about the 3 great mobbies. White whale was size, the great rabbit is number, and yeah, it's a good question. Like, what kind of appetite does the black serpent like satisfy or fill? Like, what's the idea behind that? And thanks saying like that the only thing I can think of is snakes being a symbol for rebirth or immortality, but also that if the serpent, the idea of being able to regenerate infinitely is kind of like an overlap with the rabbit. So it's hard to say. I don't know. Maybe we'll find that out. Blood's saying the venom of the black serpent is they believe is what is referred to in the Frozen Bonds OVA. So yeah, definitely remembered the mention there. Apparently there was foreshadowing to the gospel last episode when Roswell was in bed. Apparently it panned down to his blanket, so he had it there. Yeah, because in the post-credit episode, last episode, we saw him talking, talking out loud, and while the mud was like kind of consuming him, it was rising up, and he's like, I call it mud because I'm a Fate Stay Night fan. I'm sorry, it's just habit. But as it consumes them, he pretty much just confirms like next time Subaru, like, do better, and he just lets it take him. I guess because at that point he understands that things are fucked, so he didn't even bother. Yeah, that's crazy. And also apparently in the Isekai Quartet, in the season 2 announcement, they show Roswell holding a book. That's great. Also, thank you for the kind words, Flood. I appreciate that you like the reactions. Also, yeah, we like Blaze and Captain were talking about this, but kind of got reminded of the whole. All the witches outside of Satala have asteroid names. They know the archbishops have the name of stars. Even Subaru means, oh, how do I pronounce this name? Pleiades? Satala literally means star in Latin. So yeah, definitely the space theme going on with naming there is very interesting. Matthew, Subaru, I love Emilia. Satala, aishiteru. Captain mentioning how in last episode Satala or Emilia didn't have their voice actress listed in the credits. That's pretty great. MVP goes to Linability. Man, you left me a behemoth of a comment, but with a lot of great stuff, man. The Black Serpent's poison that we heard according to Punk in the Frozen Bond, like it's how its poison is alive. That's another thing. Yeah, the phrasing of delusion being very intentional. The big thing reminding me of all the ways Echidna described the other witches in episode 3 of this season. It's a lot. I mean, it's about like all the witches, so I won't read everything there, but I have read through it all myself, and there's a lot of cool implications there, and just reminders like, gluttony. Daphne created the beast that defied the will of God to save the world from starvation. How Daphne created the mob beasts, and considering them as food, and moral philosophy there. That's really great. About Minerva, struck people to heal them. Yeah, like all this great stuff, man. The only one I didn't fully read through was Witch of Sloth, because it seems like there's some outside information there that I'm not aware of, and I'm trying to stay away from outside materials not mentioned in the anime. But yeah, really fucking appreciate it, man. You noted how Echidna did not, when describing the Witch of Envy, did not use her name as Satala. It's definitely something to note. But yeah, thank you all so much for leaving these comments on Patreon. For those, who leave comments on YouTube, I appreciate y'all too, man. It's been like really tough for me lately. I've been kind of like stressing things, and I've been really off for a while now. But I'm still keeping it going. It's a bit easier for me to directly address where I'm at in real time. But I just want to say that I appreciate y'all so much, and thank you so much, those of you on Patreon, for being so thorough and like really enhancing the experience by adding to that discussion. Those of you who are anime only with me and we're all kind of making the same speculations, that's really a lot of fun. My friend, Janoba, that I've been watching ReZero with, we're watching together and we're almost caught up to where season 2 is, and we just got to season 2, so I'm gonna be like speed watching with him up to the point where we're at, and it's gonna be cool to like go through season 2 again so recently. It's kind of weird, but it's gonna be good, and when we catch up, we're gonna kind of like watch on our own, and that'll be another cool discussion thing. This show's just so fun, man. I love like watching it. I love talking about it. I love thinking about the possibilities. But that's enough fucking talking, man. I wanted to take the time to get all that out, but I'm ready to just watch. So let's go. Let's go. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Picking right back up, it looks like. And yeah, she leaves like that darkness in her wake. You know what's going to happen. Oh, okay, so that, alright. That works for her too. That makes sense. Confirmed, everyone got swallowed by that shadow. Or I guess by her. She is the one who ate the witches. She consumes. Oh my god, Ram, always saving people. And always in the bad endings too. Fuck. Well, if Amelia was swallowed by it, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why now. It's really crazy. Wait, no, this... Okay, that explains the opening. It's very literal. What the fuck? Yeah, all the different Ryuzus. Also explains her using the different names. Dude, they're like artificial clones. Oh my god. Bust through which... Wait, through the barrier? Wait, oh my god. What the fuck's going on? Okay. This is an extended bad ending, but we'll see what we can do here. Oh my god. Garfield? Are you gonna try and fight her? Yeah, I guess... I don't know about this, man. Dude. Oh my god, they're all getting obliterated. Dude, they're just Dude, she's destroying all of them. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Dude, Garfield. Oh my god. Yeah, we've heard. What the fuck? Don't rockin' back and forth like all cutely. Oh dear. I remember that. Is it consuming him now? Yeah? Oh my god. Woo! Wow. Ooh, she didn't like that. Rejecting her. Yo. Cause yeah, how the fuck does Return by Death work if she's the one? Yo. Oh my god, with this crazy panning and mixing. Jesus. Yeah. She's not letting him die. Cause she's not killing him. What's she doing? Oh my god, it's like a limbo. Yo. Dude. He can't restart. Yeah, that deal was kind of weird, but what the fuck can he do now? What does he do? Wait. Oh, he's gonna try to. What did he even grab? What did he stab himself with? That gasp she made though. Yo. Yo. Now he sees. Dude. Oh my god. She's crying. She's really hurt by him dying. You just wipe her tear? What? 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 That is such a kind thing to say, but what the fuck? I mean, yeah, she said she loves him, so I mean, she means it, but holy shit. You're gonna save her? Even her? Alright, now he's back. Amelia's there. The shadow's not wait. What? Hmm. There she is. What he just went through is like... Oh my god. How awful, man. At least she can, like, comfort him, but he can't even, like, say anything. But what now? God damn you, Ram. Yeah. Probably also happy that she's alive. You've seen it a couple times. Every time. Yeah, let's not say too much truth there. Also, hello, Garfield. They're weird ass idioms. Or phrases. Weird ass slang. Yeah? It didn't break her. He's neutral right now. It's a good start. What I can test and what I can bring back. Yeah, he's got to figure out a way to do this. God damn it. Ah. Okay. Whatever you want. Just please. Alright, so you made a preemptive move there. Merge with many consciousnesses. Yeah, all the scenes. All the scenes he saw, yeah. Their memories. Wow. Holy shit. And he's kept those intact. Yo. Good shit. So, oh fuck. Yo. What on earth is this? What in Lagunica is this? What? Wait, it's the... Oh my god. Wait, is this where Ryuzu keeps her other bodies? Oh no. Oh dear. That's awfully forthcoming of you. Hmm. Interesting. One of the sanctuary's eyes. Apostle of Greed. What? Rizu Meyer. Alright, that's another name there. What the fuck? Okay. Meant to fulfill her dream. Oh, the first. Ryuzu Meyer. Yo. Oh my god. At this point, I know fakes can be just as good, if not better, than the original. God, what a... Alright. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. To add what? A soul. Yo! With her own being. Yeah, that's true. Basically immortal. To transplant all of that? Wow. Oh my god. That's insane. Echidna's experiment. Okay. Well, yeah, it's like here in the graveyard. But, hmm. There's imperfect copies. Or an imperfect experiment. Okay. A hobby. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Okay, makes sense. You're the main one, I guess. God damn. It's quite an existence. Well, that's good. Guess you would have to. Yeah, let's get back to that. What? What? To command you copies. A symbol. The T. Cleverly disguised. A part of her. I guess that would be it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Uh-huh. Wait. Yeah, Garfield did too, which we kind of guessed before. Yep, confirmed. There you go. Huh. Wow. Oh man. Okay, I cannot defy you. Well, shit. All right, that's useful. Oh my god. God. All right. Well, well, that was a bomb drop of information. Jesus. Right. Good question. Makes sense. Another sense of individuality. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I don't. There's so much going on, man. Super duper. He says that to her a lot. Like, who says that? Which is kind of funny considering, like, she comes from a much older time after being frozen. She does. She looks Hyrulean. By the cultural barrier. Fey magic ain't nothing to play with. Yeah, if Puck were here. Which, by the way, where? Hmm. Oof. I'm saying, where is he? Hmm. Yeah. She keeps at it. Wow. Good. Good. Okay, what now? Oh, Otto. Wow. Eugene. Hmm. He's going alone. Oh, he's leaving a letter. Is he gonna take the Ryusus with him? Alright. I think it's still important, man. It's good he does things like that. No, he's truly going alone. That's true. Yeah. It is. He knows it's possible to get back, even if it's more difficult. Well. Oh, God. Alright. How the hell do we deal with this? Come on, Subaru. True. Oh, poor Patrash. Well, Subaru. Yeah, he's. Whew. Okay. That was close. That should be good enough for you, dude. Come on, man. Mmm. That's a good way to say that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to learn. That's God. Yes, that's why that was funny as fuck. Oh, Garfield. Oh, Garfield, if you knew. But he believes him. And there he goes. Maybe? God, taking it all on himself. That's what I'm here for. I love that. I know hell. Oh my god. There's more. I thought it would end there. Okay, he's here. Great. Hmm. That he does. That he does. He has it. I guess because he revived before the Tea Party. Yeah, let's get out of here. Hmm. Is this really enough? Oh yes, Beatrice. We have to do that now. Uh-huh. Yep, right on schedule. Say the thing, Subaru. She has it sitting right there on the table. And then to the end of the end, I will truly be set free. What? What? Alright, so clearly at the end there, Beatrice just already knows what's up by Subaru coming there. She, talking in kind of terms we don't really understand yet about the end of the contract. The end to the end to the end. Like, this time I'll finally be free. To what specifically, like, contract she's talking about. She could be alluding to her, like, grander purpose. I mean, the fact that she has, like, this quote-unquote gospel, this copy of the tome, and now that she understands that that Subaru is the one and he's coming for that purpose, she looks a bit happy now. Like whatever happens next is gonna be according to the plan. We're gonna have to see what the fuck that even is, because we're finally to that point now. But yeah, we'll see, man. Where the fuck do I start this episode? This episode was so good, dude. I mean, let's start. Okay, the very beginning. Satala, her shadow engulfs everything. We learn she's engulfed like Ram and everyone at the sanctuary. We saw it engulf Roswell at the end of last episode, and it's pretty much no wonder, but like how she has been able to consume so many, or even like the other witches, right? So yeah, that happens. Garfield comes, they're running away. Satala is obviously drawn to Subaru, loving him. He's so much of her love. They don't even make it out, because apparently Satala is still heading to the mansion. Like, Subaru, like, noted that, and I was like, whoa, like, why there specifically? It could be, like, she's aware of, like, Beatrice's role, and maybe she's went straight to her to enact whatever the next step is for, like, her that she wanted to. It's speculative at this point, but that seems the most likely to me, considering she was going to the mansion. Unless the location itself is significant, but I think it's to do with Beatrice, because, based on what she's saying at the end here, and just kind of the nature of, like, the quote-unquote gospel copy of the Tome of Wisdom she has, there's some big stuff that's about to happen. But, Yeah, and I think that was integral to her as well. But anyway, Garfield, he comes in. He's running with Subaru. It reveals the Ryuzu clones, because I was wondering before in the opening, because before, like, we heard like the different names between the Ryuzus, like the one in white and the one in black, and I was like, oh, when y'all pointed out to me the different names, I was like, oh yeah, there was Shima and then there was Bilma. And then I noticed in the opening that there was like a flash of a bunch of different like versions of her, and I was like, wait, is that like a metaphor? Is that literal? No, it's very literal. We saw them all this episode. They got obliterated by Satala, even Garfield, because she's Satala. She's, you can't just fight her. And Subaru was engulfed as well. He pretty much noted that, he wasn't going to die. He was pretty much deduced like, oh shit, I'm going to be stuck here like forever, like in her love. Like what the like it was such a weird state of limbo. He was seeing the memories of everyone that was trapped, which was a good way to lead to what he did next in his next life. But man, and another question I have is like, what was that appeared that he stabbed himself with? It was like a glowing white crystal. It was almost like a gift from someone, or even like, I don't know, it could have been like something to do with Echidna that offered him that salvation. I don't know, but that manifested there allowed him to stab himself, to truly die and to start things again. It surprised Satala. She gasped like and came over to him and just cried at him dying. But we saw her, she was rocking back and forth, like saying I love you, like she loves Subaru. And he died in front of her, and even she couldn't stop that with him dying. That's crazy. But even crazier was, her crying over that, like truly sad over his death, and Subaru wiping her tears and saying, I will save you. Like, whoa. Oh my god. Like such a very like kind Subaru thing to say in that moment, but that it's just so crazy considering who she is. That's just, oh man, what a sequence to start off with. So we got that. Subaru goes back. Amelia's there because he truly goes back to his starting point before, before the tea party. Because I noticed at the end, because he had the handkerchief, so I was like, okay. So physically he still has it because he returned to before he technically went to the tea party. I guess is how that works, Even though it's like on another plane. But, still through the deal, he was able to retain his information. It worked out. And, thankfully, as Subaru noted, it started from a very neutral place. Garth was kind of neutral. Amelia wasn't really despairing over, like, her failures in doing the trials. It was good. And so he uses the memories. He goes there. We find the Ryuzu clones. He goes and he puts the crystal in, and he's in there, dude. Which, the one he puts is Frederica's, right? Because that's the one he had, and that's the one that fits and allows them in there. That is, so I guess both of them have access to it with their stones, Garfield and Frederica. He goes in, he finds it. Yeah, that is. And then we learned that they're all copies of the original called Ryuzu Meyer. That is the original of them. But not only that, they were all involved in an experiment of Echidna, essentially to achieve immortality, to transfer her soul to these new bodies. Now that's a concept we've kind of seen before. I've seen like a couple times, and I'm sure it's in other media, but it makes me think of like Type Moon Works and that kind of concept. Specifically one series, but I'm sure you know which one I'm thinking of. But yeah, that's insane. But the experiment was a failure, essentially. Echidna's soul did not take to the vessel of Ryuzu Meyer or her clones, or just her, and so they've just been... They don't need anything to really live, but they're created using mana. And we saw with Bilma, I believe is the one he was speaking to there, this episode, that they give themselves different I guess, retain their individuality. They also like give themselves different names as well, which which is a cool thing. Or that Vilma developed the hobby of drinking the tea. I believe she said she was Vilma. Yeah. But even crazier, like learning that Subaru, it just gets crazier and crazier. Like Subaru being an apostle of greed, having a token of his apostlehood. I guess being the fluid he drank from Echidna, they're like, oh, like, that counts. But he gives them the right to command Ryuzus. But then Subaru was like, wait, Garfield was commanding them too. So is he also an apostle of greed? Like, what was his like token? And because it really struck me, this one line, because I didn't know what to make of it at the time. I thought Subaru would react to it more. I guess he just understood. But when she said that, when Subaru said, I don't want Garfield to find out I'm an apostle of greed, and then she said, like, yeah, it'd be troubling if he found out a relative of his, was meeting up with his lover. I was like, whoa. I guess because, like, them both being apostles of greed, they kind of related in that way. And I guess the Witch of Greed being his lover, I don't know, because we learned that he went through the trial, aka he must have met Echidna. So, yeah, I don't know. There's still, like, I feel like there's still more to that with Garfield and everything. But even that is, like, that is so much to learn, dude. That is so crazy, but really cool, man. So yeah, and then so we got that. Subaru now knows that he can use them if he wants to. Him being who he is, he's not just gonna use them frivolously because he's not that kind of guy. Like, even now with going to the mansion, he left them behind. He didn't. Not that he'd be able to take much with him on Patrash, but So you've got that. He goes alone to the mansion. Oh, I'm forgetting. He had a wonderful scene with Emilia. And, even leaving the letter behind to Emilia. Because even he questioned that. Well, like, with everything, since things restart, like, I wonder if there's even a point to doing that. He kind of thinks to himself. But, of course, he knows the significance of that. Because, like, that sentiment itself is kind of like what keeps him going through all of this. And trying to save Emilia. And trying to just save everyone and make things right. Like, if he lets go of that, even if he's sure he's gonna die this life, which is a big possibility, like, he doesn't know if he's gonna figure out things this time around. He even says, like, let me see what I can learn now, let me see what I can take back with me. Like, he acknowledges that this is kind of what the game is at this point. But even so, he doesn't hesitate to spend time with Emilia to encourage her, and her doing it back, or to leave the letter explaining where he went. So it's wonderful that he does those kinds of things, man. Even if things restart, it's still very necessary. It's very important. So I'm glad that they keep that. Yeah. So he goes, and we see at the end there, man. He gets there. Petra's excited. Frederica, very compliant. I guess they're gonna move to the village. I assume they took Rem as well, unconscious Rem. Now it's just Subaru and Beatrice. So. Man, that is a nuts episode right there, boy. But that was so cool. Also, it was really great at the end there when Subaru was getting past Garfield, and he was kind of like, he got Garfield to see that he was kind of testing his reaction and what pisses him off. And Garfield took note. He was like, "What the fuck? Like, you would put your life on the line to test me like that?" And then Garfield's like, Subaru was trying to reassure him, like, dude, I just want to save Emilia. I'm not going to do anything to the sanctuary. Garfield, of course, is still very defensive about that. He's suspicious. How can you promise me that you're not going to do anything to hurt us down the line? This is a valid concern. It seems like it's happening a lot just because we've restarted a lot, right? But this is still where Garfield's at with Subaru. Which led to him saying, like, you don't know pain and suffering. Like, you don't know hell. And, like... and I had to laugh. I was like, ooh. But no, Subaru he's like, I know hell. And I should be the only one to go through it. He said something to that effect. Like, he's taking on that burden. Like, he's really taking on this role to bear the burden. I mean, those moments with Emilia definitely, like, help him, mentally and emotionally. But still, this is a big things are still yet to happen. So we're gonna have to see where it all goes, man. But yeah, that was a great was a great scene because Garfield believed him in that moment. Absolutely. Very cool episode. Very cool. Anyway, before I become a broken record, I want to thank you for watching. And if you have anything that you want to discuss with this episode, things that you notice or want to point out, or just things, I don't know, anything you want to say about this episode, feel free to. As always, if you're seeing this on YouTube and you want early access with my up-to-date ReZero reactions, because I'm reacting to these like every week, like the day after they're released. So if you want to see those right now, get immediate early immediate early access. Check out my Patreon link in the description. $5, that's early access to this show and everything else I do, including gaming. But yeah, once again, most of all, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. It's getting crazy. So, peace.